Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Cameron Cheetam of Hartland Track and Field. Cameron, how are you?
I'm doing great, Casey. How are you?
Doing well. Just how is this track season going so far? And what's it been like?
Honestly, this track season so far has been pretty good. It's early in the season, so the results haven't been the best, but I have broken one of the school's records for the 100-meter dash. So it's it's been going pretty good.
Okay. So you mentioned it. Of course, you run the 100, the 200, and the 400.
Mhm.
Um, what have you always wanted to become a sprinter and all that?
I've always wanted to be a sprinter. I've always wanted to be a 100 and 200 runner, but not the 400. I do not like the 400 at all. I was actually forced to run the 400 one of the last meets my sophomore year, and then I actually ran a time that put me first on the team. So then the coaches decided that I had to be a 400 runner from there on out, which was kind of unfortunate for me.
Yeah. So just to kind of explain like what goes on, what was your off season like training wise and all that? And I know you do indoor track as well. What was this off season like getting ready for this big track season?
The off season was tough. It was a ton of work because as you said, I do indoor track, and I work with a club called Elite Performance, and a couple of the coaches, one of them works, he works at Lawrence Tech, and yeah, the training was just super super hard. It's only 3 days a week, but it's intense, and then there's meets every weekend for about 8 hours where you just run, and the competition there's super tough. And then the following week, you know what you have to work on because you can just find weaknesses in your running, especially when you run against hard competition.
Yeah. So one of the things I know I just met you a few minutes ago, but one of the things I've kind of learned about you is you don't like to lose. That's for sure. What was, is there like a meet like that you always think about and stuff entering into the season and stuff?
Yeah, so there's a meet in a couple weeks. It's called Farmington,
Yeah.
and it's basically another state meet because everybody's there. Every good person is there to run and to PR and beat everybody else. So all the competition in the state is at that meet, and I always look forward to it, especially this year because I'm ranked high. I'm ranked could be first overall in some events, and then eighth in another. But it's just super hard.
Yeah. Okay. Um, you know, what tell me what it's like. What are you like? What's it like running a 100-meter dash?
Um, I actually really like it. It's super quick. It's just easy. Honestly, it's just fast, and I love getting stuff done fast.
Yeah. Um, over time, what do you feel like you've probably seen a massive improvement when you started doing all this. What are some of the big things that you noticed just in the last year that you've really improved on?
So stuff I've improved on, my block start for the quick races like the 100, definitely better. It's not great, but it's definitely better. And then my form, running form is improved, and in certain races, it's like you kind of have to like pace, and my pacing definitely has been better.
Yeah. Okay. So these next few races coming up, you probably have all these, big things that you got planned this year in terms of, just big goals and all that fun stuff. What are the goals for the rest of the season?
So currently, my goals are to continue to break school records, like the 100-meter record, the 200, and the 400. Those are definitely my biggest goals as of now. And then one of my other goals is to become an all-state athlete at the state meet, which I think you have to be like top 5. So that's definitely what I want to be. I want to be top 5
Mhm.
at the state meet.
Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. What grade are you in?
I'm a senior this year.
Okay, so that's what I thought. Going, obviously this is, you got one last shot at this thing, going out on top. What would it mean to you to become all state, to be a state champion and all that fun stuff?
It'd honestly be great. There's not a better feeling than to honestly just want to kind of like make my mom happy. So becoming all state would definitely make me super happy because it also make her happy.
Absolutely. How do you like mentally prepare for a race?
Um, that is something I definitely need to work on. I am horrible at preparing for races because I get nervous before everything. No matter what, if I know I'm gonna win, I still get nervous. I still think I might lose, but I still give it my all no matter what.
Yeah. All right. Cameron, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Sweet. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Um, is there an athlete you look up to?
Um, there is actually so one of my club teammates on Elite Performance. He's a freshman at Davenport right now. His name is Demarcus Rouse, and last year was my first year running with with the club, and he just showed me he just never gave up. He always put his all into everything. Never let anyone beat him, even in practice, and he just always gave it 100%. And I'm trying to be more like him, honestly.
Okay. Um, Favorite team to root for?
For as in like,
Just anything.
okay. I've been getting into sports lately, so I'm gonna say the Lions.
Okay. Favorite vacation spot?
Ooh, okay. I'd say I really want to go to Hawaii, really
Okay.
bad.
Okay. Um, let's see. Favorite movie?
I really like Interstellar.
Okay. Favorite TV or streaming show you're really into right now?
Mm, um, I don't really watch TV. I couldn't tell you that one. Actually, back a couple years ago, I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that one was really good.
Hmm. Okay. Go-to place for food?
La Marza, it's like a Mediterranean restaurant.
Yeah, there's a couple around here. So, and then finally, what is something people do not know about you, Cameron?
I actually have asthma, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I always take my inhaler every day. Every day I have
So,
to.
yeah. So, I mean, well, to run 10, that's another question. To run 10, to break a school record, to run in
Mhm.
these like high capacity races and to deal with that has to be that has to be insane. What is that like for you?
It's rough, honestly. But at the same time, I don't let it get to my head. I just think I'm normal. I don't have it, and I just try to focus on the next thing instead of focusing on the fact that I'm exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, everyone gets exhausted, but
Yeah.
it's
I get tired after like 10 meters. It's it's not bad, but you know.
you did break. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I mean, you're able to overcome it pretty well. So, all right. Well, Cameron Cheetam, thank you so much for coming on and best of luck the rest of the season. Let's have you on again sometime.
Okay. I hopefully. Thank you for having me.